Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Jamie and Sherwood there to make the stop. Well, this defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. Turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a 16 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens at 8-2 on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And a big part of the problem, too many 3-and-outs on offense. That led them to only scoring 10 points in their last game. They're going to have to find a way to sustain some drives and finish them with points.
2nd and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And the Jets first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. little short one there, caught by Likely.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now.
Don't jump. Ready?
Here's Fields. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
Here we go.
Back up those 44 yards.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
2nd and 11.
Here we go.
At the 15-yard line.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Folks, kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one and leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7.
Jackson now.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Where we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes.
And Andrews lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so Yep, though, and jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard. Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Mitchell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Second down and 6 now. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming?
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he will have a Ravens first down. It won't be by much.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it second down.
A gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Jets' 25-yard line.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, but that last one earning them a new set of downs.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-3.
Ravens 10, Jets 3. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Here we go, Scott. All right.
Now Fields.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mitchell now off the option.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Jackson will keep it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Third and 20.
Here we go. 3-19, that's it.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
T-Ren, let's go. Hey, hey. Ready. You. Ready. Ready, shot.
Jackson. On the throw, running too much that time. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Throwing is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Home already.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Project
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
This is 2nd and 8.
Middle. It's up.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
It's a gain of a yard.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
2nd down and 8.
Hands up. Sit hard. Go. Hey, report. Cut.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
180. Sit hard. 180. What is it?
Back to throw. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Throwing out left and finding Likely. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Justin Fields. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
Jets 10.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell to the 27-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
4 yards on the pickup.
Another run with Mitchell.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Third and 9 here.
Now it's Jackson.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the gun, here's Fields. A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Handoff, running left, here's Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only are they scouting the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 42-yard line.
You got a mini basement. Why not?
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Hey, Here we go, son.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. In motion left is Mitchell.
To throw is Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York.
Running left, it's Hall.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Taken in left side, it's Wilson.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
The Folks kick is good.
And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Ravens 24, Jets 13. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields.
That's into the hands of Reynolds. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll run with Hall.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here's Fields. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make the play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Now Fields going to run.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
They snap it to Fields.
Touchdown!
Garrett Wilson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Fields trying to throw for it. Now he's going to step up and run.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Jets, 19.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens 1st down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
An option give now to Mitchell. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Change it. Hey, ready? On a shot. Ready? Let's go. Get hot.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On a shot. Let's go. Get hot. Ready? Hey, Ozzy. Sit hot.
Here's Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it to just a yard.
Back to throw. Fields. Pass complete. It's likely. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Now Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Green 19, green 19.
Here's Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jets.
All eyes on Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Fields going to run.
Nice solid gain there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
Back to throw.
On target to his man, likely.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jets.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
321. Go.
He'll look to throw.
Now Fields going to run. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback play